Hello everybody, how are you? My name is Kailash from Study with Kailash YouTube channel, and in this video we are going to learn more about electric charges and fields. So this is the part 2 of the series. So here in this video we are going to deal with the important terms, definitions and law. Okay, so without any further ado, let's start with the video. Coulomb's law of electrostatics. 2-point charges attract or repel each other with a force directly proportional to the product of the magnitude of charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Frictional electricity. Electricity produced on a bodies when they are rubbed against each other. Additive nature of charge. Total charge on an isolated system is equal to the algebraic sum of all the individual charges of the system. Law of conservation of charge. Total charge on an isolated system always remains conserved. Principle of superposition. It states that total force on a given point charge due to other interacting charges is the vector sum of the forces applied by the individual charges on it. Test charge. It is a small positive charge that is it is denoted by Q naught. Electric field. It is defined as the space around a point charge in which its effect can be felt. It is the limiting value of electrostatic force per unit test charge, which is electric field equals to limit Q naught approaching to 0 force upon Q naught. Electric dipole. It is a system of two equal and opposite charges separated by a finite distance. Electric dipole moment. It is defined as the product of magnitude of either charge and the dipole length. Electric line of force. It is defined as the path, straight or curved, tangent at every point of which gives the direction of the electric field. Electric flux. It is defined as the total number of electric field forces or electric field line forces passing through an area held normal to them around a given point. Gauss law or theorem. It states that the electric flux through a closed surface, that is 1 upon epsilon naught times the total charge enclosed inside it. So as you can see, it states that integration of the area, that we're going to do that, and we integrated it as electric field into ds, which is also equals to Q upon epsilon naught. Gaussian surface. It is defined as any closed surface around the charge distribution enclosing some charge in it. Okay, so now we are at the important formulas. So as you can see, this is the first formula or the most common formula of force, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R square. So this is breaking down into the many parts. That you can see, we are given the true value of 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, that is 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton upon meter square Coulomb square, Newton meter upon Coulomb square, sorry, my mistake. Epsilon naught, that is 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12 Newton upon meter square into Coulomb square. Force 1 2, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R square. Direction is R 2 to 1. So from charge Q2 to charge Q1 is the direction. So this is now broken down into the vector form, as you can see. Now we are moving to electric field due to a point charge is given by electric field, as we all know, that is force upon Q naught. So force equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r square. So here q2 will be q naught, means we will take q2 as q naught and it will get cancelled, so we are only left with 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square. No q2 or no q naught whatsoever you are denoting it with this. Okay, so it is also broken down into the vector form. As you can see, vector form is just easy, just trying to break r square into the magnitude and then just multiplying it to the direction. As you can see, dipole moment of an electric dipole is, you can see, P equals to 2 aq. Density dipole moment. Sorry, have I covered this? Yes, sorry, I've covered this. I was on dipole moment, sorry, my mistake. Dipole moment of an electric dipole is, so as you can see, electric dipole, that we know dipole moment is equals to q into 2a. So 2 is connected, no, 2 is connected, we can't write this that 2qa, it's not right, it's 2aq. Electric field at a point on the axis at a distance x from the center of the charged circular coil of radius having charges q center is given by. So these are the derivation, it is just giving the result of the derivation that we are taking on for all the cases. As you can see, this is in the case of charged circular coil of radius r. So as you can see, this formula is breaking down and it is giving the final answer, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught qx upon r square minus x square whole to the power 3 upon 2. Electric field at a point on the axial line of an electric dipole of a distance r from the center is given by, as you can see, electric field is given by this 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 2 pr into upon r square minus a square whole square. And for the short dipole, as you can see, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 2 p upon r cube, not r square, sorry. The another case of electric field at a point. So electric field at a point on the equatorial line, so this is the equatorial version of the same that we did for the axial one, of the electric dipole at a distance r from the center is given by, as you can see, this is the formula, you can write them down. So all the formulas that are given here are very important, means most of the questions are asked from these formula only. So these formulas should be learnt properly. Talk on an electric dipole in a uniform electric field. So this is also one of the derivations. Sorry, I moved it a little more. Let me readjust this properly. As you can see, P is sine theta. Dipole moment into not into cross product of dipole moment and electric field. And then the sine theta one, the theta is the angle between the electric dipole and the electric field. So forces on a charge due to an n number of charges. So n number of charges is just the sigma version of the formula, means we are adding all the forces together. As you can see, we are adding just the sigma and the end point and the n. So that's the difference we are finding for all the n number of charges. The force, okay. So electric flux, we all know, E equals to ds. Okay, so this formula, okay. Electric field at a point due to an infinitely long straight conductor or wire in a linear charge density, E equals to 1 upon 2 pi epsilon naught rho upon r, where r equals to perpendicular distance of a point from the wire. Okay. Electric field to an infinite plane sheet of charges having surface charge density, that is sigma, is given by, this is sigma. Okay, so as you can see, So electric field between two parallel sheets of charge is given by, as you can see, sigma upon epsilon naught. Electric field at a point due to the spherical shell is, so yeah, given for the value where r, the where small r is less than the bigger r, and the sigma is the surface charge density and the radius is the radius of the shell. Electric field at a point due to a solid sphere of radius r, volume charge density, that is for, it should be sigma, I guess. There's a misprinting here. This should be sigma. A point distance is given by, so as you can see, this is wait, let me check this one also works or not. Yeah, so I tried to find this and I got that we can use this symbol also, so this one also works fine, no problem with this formula. You don't need to edit anything, it's all right. So if you like this video and want to see more and follow the series that we are taking through of electric field and charges, so you can follow along, subscribe, like if you like this video. And if you want or having some problems, doubts, you can ask in the comments. I will always try to answer them as soon as I can. So thank you for watching and have a nice day. Bye bye.